Our boys, hold on, sorry, my heart's racing. Last game, what happens? Game-winning shot, Julius Randle. This game, Al Horford misses a corner three. He'd like to have that one back, but nonetheless, double overtime victory over the Celtics without Jalen Brunson, by the way. Give credit to this team for competing from start to finish. I mean, there was a time where this game just didn't look great, and then there was a time where this game looked unreal, where we had, what was it, a 7 point lead with a little over a minute left in the fourth quarter. So this was a total team win. I mean, of course, Randall and Quickly, they're on the thumbnails. You guys can see they're gonna get meme talks, but Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, these guys just going out there and competing. RJ Barrett, you have to talk about him as well. He got up to a really hot start, and what he did, what he's done in the past several games, he's starting to take less shots, but the shots that he takes are significantly higher percentage. Like you can see, RJ took 22 shots. Now remember, double overtime, of course, but 10 of 22, 3 of 9 from three. RJ, a lot of these looks were within the offense, they were within rhythm, and he shot them confidently. So RJ Barrett in this new role certainly is going to thrive. There's no doubt about it. I'm just going to go down like I always do and just break down kind of every player, give you my thoughts on them. Actually, before I do that though, Knicks, they did shoot 49% from the field and 37% from three. It's just 69% from the free throw line. Mitch was 2 of 2 to start, and then he missed his next two, and then he went 1 of 2. So yeah, as overall, we didn't really do the best job knocking down free throws. And you can see the reason why the Celtics were even in this game was because of rebounding. They had 17 offensive to our 11. We did tie them in rebounding, of course, but it wasn't even necessarily like it was the offensive rebounding, but a lot of it was just the second chance points. Like when the Celtics got another possession, they would hit a three on us or they'd score. So that's something that killed us. But in the double overtime, it just seemed like the Knicks, I don't know, like everyone was playing a ton of minutes on both sides, but the Knicks just were ready. And Emmanuel Quickly, having him on the court, like he is the reason why we won this game. If I had to pick one, for starters, going out there, starting for the injured Brunson and putting on a show. But I mean, this is a guy who played 55 minutes. Like the next guy to him was 50 for RJ. On the Celtics side, nobody played over 49. So Quickly goes out there, plays 55 minutes, and what does he do in double overtime? I believe he hit the first 5 points of that. Yeah, I want to say 5. And IQ just shoots it with so much confidence, but he's not just a scorer, right? Like he has 7 assists. He gets a ton of rebounds. He had 8 of them, 4 steals, 2 blocks. IQ is our third best defender according to Raptors. So McBride is 1, and then Mitch is 2, I want to say. So, Emmanuel Quickly, he doesn't get talked about a lot. Like if you go and turn on the mainstream media, you'll like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying nobody talks about Quickly. Like he's emerging as the sixth man, but when you talk about the Knicks, it's Randall, it's Brunson, as it should be, all-star. Both should have been all-stars, but Emmanuel Quickly really does deserve as much credit as anyone else just because of how he's played the last 30 plus games. I mean, he's been efficient, he's playing great defense, and he's been closing out every single game. I mean, last time we saw Grimes sit to RJ, but Hart and Quickly, those are the guys closing out for us because of their defense and just ability to knock down threes. So just putting that out there in the open. Yeah, RJ Barrett, 29 and 11. We already talked about his splits. RJ, he's looked a lot better. He's just getting to his spots now, and he's more confident. Julius Randle had 31 points on 11 of 22 from the field. He also had 9 rebounds. There was a couple of possessions where Randle turned it over, and I don't know, it was kind of sloppy, but Randle has just been on a different level of late, really all season, but especially of late. He's playing probably the best ball that I've seen him ever play. So, and tonight was no exception. Just a great overall game for Randall. Did give you a steal. I think the reason why I'm like not as high as I should be is because he had 7 turnovers. Celtics are a great defensive team, and they had a plan for Randall that I'm not. I mean, it worked, I guess, because he had 7 turnovers, but he did have 31 and 9 on 11 of 22. So, yeah, Randall. I mean, this wasn't like an A performance, but Randall just hit some tough shots and free throws, and just overall, I mean, Randall was good in this game, man. I mean, you go on the road in Boston against the 2 seed and you score 31, like you'll take that on those splits. He just has to make sure though that when he's turning away from other defenders, right? Like his back is to the basket, or he's like, say he's like in the post and he's spinning out, like they're sending doubles at him, so he has to recognize that. And he did a poor job of that tonight. There were a few plays where he got it to an open shooter, but yeah, overall, I mean, Randall needs to be careful with that, and it's been something that's happened to him really all season long. So I mean, if you let Randall go 1-on-1, you have no chance. Like he's gonna get 40. There's not a single. I don't know if there's a single player in the NBA that can guard Randall 1-on-1. I could be missing someone. I have no idea. Let me know if I am. But I just find it hard to believe that there's somebody that can guard Randall 1-on-1 because they have to be quick and they have to be strong, right? Like, and I mean, we had Marcus Smart was trying to guard Randall and he ended up fouling out. So it goes to showing the level that Randall's at. But I digress. So Mitchell Robinson, 44 minutes, 13 points, 14 rebounds, had 0 blocks, which I would say is interesting, but it's actually really not because the Celtics run 5 out. So Mitch isn't really going to get opportunities. He did have a steal, but what I got from Mitch in this game is just how he was working, getting boards. It doesn't tell me here how many offensive his boards were, but Mitch was just going after everything, and the Celtics there was a few times in this game where they had to foul him, right? Like either a loose ball foul or when he gets it, they have to foul him because he's going to go right up. So yeah, Mitch was fantastic, logged 44 minutes. I mean, I can't stress it enough, how important Mitchell Robinson is to this team. Like, I would say he's just as important as Quigley. Let me know if you guys agree. I feel like that might be a hot take, but like he's probably as important as anyone on our team outside of Randall and Brunson. Like Quigley is, for sure, I would say a better player, but I mean, is he? That's so tough. Like Mitchell Robinson with his rebounding and defense. Quickly is a much flashier player, but like Mitchell Robinson, like if you were to take out Mitch, like at the same time the Knicks did go 8-6 without Mitch at the top of my head, but I don't know, dude. It's just what he does is Mitch. I don't know. It's so hard because quickly doesn't just score. Like he's not just, he does both sides and it's really hard. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I really do. Couldn't even tell you at the top of my head right now who I think is better. But the two, point guard, well, quickly the shooting guard, centers. Can't really compare them. But in terms of like essence, importance to the team, both of them are extremely important. Good thing we have them both. I couldn't imagine having to lose one. Right? Josh Hart, or sorry, I skipped over Quentin Grimes. So Grimes, 25 minutes, had 4 points. Did give up that and one to Jaylen Brown down the stretch of this game. But he also did have a really good possession on him where he was able to force a jump ball. I mean, Quentin Grimes, ever since he became the starter, what was it, November 6th, 8th? I don't really remember. November, when Grimes became the starter, the Knicks have been a much better team. It's impressive that Grimes, he doesn't put up any offensive stats. Like, he did have 4 points. He knocked down a 3, but Grimes' role is to defend. Like, that must be, it's not difficult, but like, when you are there just to play defense and then offensively, because scoring is like the sexy thing, right? But Grimes just defends and defends and defends. He doesn't really take possessions off. And I mean, you're going up against Tatum and Brown, bro. You're not going up against some random guys. Like these are, Tatum's a superstar. Jaylen Brown is not far off from being a superstar. He's in that next tier. He's legitimately he's an all-star plus. Like he's that good. Josh Hart, 10 and 8 tonight, 40 minutes, 3 of 5 from the field. Josh Hart, honestly, Hart has just been so consistent. He hasn't had a bad game. What is that, 9 in a row with him? 9 wins in a row since we got Josh Hart. Yeah, like Josh Hart is literally, I mentioned this a few times, I think, but he's the type of player that legitimately can win you a playoff series. Like if we don't make the Josh Hart trade, we probably lose in the first round. I'm being completely honest with you, but now that we have him, it's like, okay, that gets us. I can't just be like that gets us to the second round. It gives us a significantly better chance to make the next round because of his defense, his shot creating ability. He's not a shot creator, but I mean he can knock down shots, right? As long as somebody sets it up, like Hart will knock him down. But he gets in transition. He likes to push it. He can get a bucket. Josh Hart can go 1-on-1 and get a bucket. He's just a crafty player. He's a savvy vet. I'll give him that. Obi played 11 minutes, 6 points. I honestly can't remember Obi even playing in this game. I don't know why. I do know why because it was a double overtime game and Obi probably hadn't gotten in a while. But it was just quiet. I don't know. It was really quiet for Obi. Again, because in Miami, he had that like monster 2-hand dunk that you can't forget. But Isaiah, 10 minutes, 3 rebounds, didn't score, was a plus 11. Really interesting. I didn't think Hartenstein looked very good in this game, personally, but I don't know. Him and Obi, plus 10 for Obi, plus 11 for Hartenstein. That's not really a coincidence. So, they were doing their thing, and then Miles McBride played in 8 minutes. Speaking of a quiet performance, I do remember McBride playing. Was it like at the end of the first quarter? Right? I couldn't even tell you, dude. It was so early in the game, but the Celtics, they shot 39% from the field and 36% from three. Good job, man. Good job, Coach Tibb. I've given Coach Tibb a lot of shit for the rotations and the offense and things like that. But right now, I mean, Coach Tibb is the best coach we've had in a while. And yeah, I'm just grateful right now, man. I appreciate you guys. Drop a like for the algorithm, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one, boys. Peace.